How to fix Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 graphics artifacts on AMD GPU. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we delve into a pervasive and frustrating issue plaguing many AMD GPU users in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Persistent graphics artifacts, often manifesting as distracting mosaicking or pixelation around weapons and environmental textures. This deep dive guide will systematically explore the root causes, ranging from problematic display drivers to intricate in-game settings and underlying system instabilities, providing a comprehensive toolkit for diagnosis and resolution. Our goal is to restore the immersive visual fidelity you expect from Modern Warfare 3 on your high-performance AMD hardware, transforming visual anomalies into seamless gameplay experiences. Comprehensive solutions for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 graphics artifacts on AMD GPU. 1. Rollback to a stable GPU driver version. The most critical step, as identified by numerous community members, is reverting to a known stable driver, specifically AMD Adrenalin 26. 3. 1 or a similarly vetted previous release. Later drivers, while offering new features, can sometimes introduce regressions or compatibility conflicts with specific game engines, leading to the observed graphical corruption. Navigate to AMD's official driver archive and download the recommended stable version for your RX 9070 XT or equivalent card, ensuring you avoid beta or optional releases. 2. Perform a clean driver installation with the. Before installing any new or older driver, it is imperative to use Display Driver Uninstaller, to thoroughly remove all traces of previous GPU drivers. Residual files from older installations or conflicting NVIDIA drivers, if you previously used one, can lead to system instability and graphics rendering errors. Boot into Windows Safe Mode, run to clean AMD drivers, then restart your system before installing the chosen driver package. 3. Update to the latest stable Adrenalin driver. While driver rollback proved effective for some, AMD consistently releases performance and stability updates. Thus, updating to the absolute latest stable and recommended driver is generally advisable. Ensure you download the non-optional WHQL-certified version from the official AMD website, as these releases undergo rigorous testing for broader compatibility. Always perform a clean installation to mitigate potential issues from accumulated driver fragments. 4. Disable AMD software automatic driver updates. To prevent inadvertently reintroducing a problematic driver version that might be causing artifacting, disable automatic driver updates within the AMD Adrenalin software. This grants you manual control over driver installations, allowing you to research community feedback on new releases before deployment. Access the Preferences menu within the Adrenalin software and toggle off the Automatic Updates option. 5. Verify Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 game files. Corrupted or incomplete game files can manifest as visual glitches and artifacting, as the game engine struggles to load correct textures or shaders. Utilize your game launcher's built-in verification tool to scan and repair any discrepancies. For battle, click the gear icon next to the game title and select Scan and Repair. For Steam, right-click the game, go to Properties, then Local Files, and click Verify Integrity of Game Files. 6. Adjust in-game anti-aliasing settings. Anti-aliasing methods such as TAA, temporal anti-aliasing, can sometimes contribute to visual anomalies, especially when combined with driver inconsistencies or certain rendering paths. Experiment by lowering the anti-aliasing quality or switching to a different method like SMA, or even disabling it entirely for testing purposes. Observe if the artifacting diminishes or changes character with these adjustments. 7. Disable AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution FSR. Upscaling technologies like FSR, Fidelity FX Super Resolution, are designed to boost performance, but can, in rare cases, introduce visual artifacts if not perfectly implemented or compatible with your driver/game version. Temporarily disable FSR in the game's graphics settings to determine if it is the source of the mosaicking. If the artifacts disappear, consider using a lower native resolution or updating FSR-specific drivers. 8. Lower texture quality and streaming quality. High-resolution textures and aggressive texture streaming can strain VRAM and GPU resources, potentially leading to rendering errors or artifacts if the GPU cannot process data quickly enough. Reduce the texture quality and texture streaming quality settings in the game's graphics options. This lessens the load on your GPU's memory and bandwidth, which can sometimes resolve visual corruption. 9. Disable advanced graphics features, ray tracing, etc. Modern graphics features like ray tracing, ambient occlusion, and screen space reflections are graphically intensive and can be particularly susceptible to driver issues or hardware limitations. Disable these advanced settings one by one to isolate any potential culprits. If disabling a specific feature resolves the artifacts, it suggests a compatibility issue with that feature and your current setup. 10. Set render resolution to 100%, native. Ensure your in-game render resolution, or render scale, is set to 100% of your monitor's native resolution. Running at a lower percentage and then upscaling can sometimes introduce subtle artifacts or blurriness, especially when coupled with other scaling technologies. Rendering at native resolution ensures the purest. 11. Toggle VSync/AMD FreeSync settings. Display synchronization technologies like VSync and AMD FreeSync manage frame rate output to prevent screen tearing, but incorrect configurations or driver bugs can sometimes cause visual inconsistencies. Experiment with enabling or disabling VSync, both in-game and within your AMD Adrenalin software. Similarly, toggle FreeSync on your monitor and GPU settings to check for any impact on artifacts. 12. Clear and rebuild shader cache. Shader caches store precompiled graphical instructions, speeding up rendering, but a corrupted cache can lead to visual anomalies. Clear the shader cache from your AMD Adrenalin software and allow the game to rebuild it upon launching. This process can be time-consuming for large games like CodeMW3, but often resolves obscure graphical issues. 13. Monitor GPU temperatures and clocks. Overheating can cause GPUs to throttle performance or produce visual artifacts as a protective measure or due to unstable operation. Use monitoring software like MSI Afterburner or HW Monitor to track your GPU temperature and clock speeds during gameplay. Ensure temperatures remain within safe operating limits, typically below 85 C, and that clocks are stable, indicating adequate cooling and power delivery. 14. Check power supply unit, PSU stability. An underpowered or unstable power supply unit, PSU, can lead to insufficient power delivery to your GPU, resulting in performance drops, crashes, or graphical artifacts. Verify your PSU meets the recommended wattage for your RX 9070 XT and ensure all power cables are securely connected. Consider testing with a different PSU if other solutions fail and you suspect power instability. 15. Update Windows operating system. Ensure your Windows operating system is fully up to date with the latest patches and service packs. Microsoft often releases updates that include crucial security fixes, performance improvements, and compatibility enhancements for hardware and games. An outdated OS can sometimes lead to driver conflicts or suboptimal game performance, potentially contributing to visual errors. 16. Run Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 as administrator. Sometimes, permission issues can prevent the game or its associated processes from accessing necessary system resources, leading to instability or graphical glitches. Right-click the game executable or launcher shortcut and select Run as administrator. This simple step can sometimes resolve obscure conflicts by granting elevated privileges to the application. 17. Disable all in-game overlays. Overlays from applications like AMD Adrenalin, Discord, Xbox Game Bar, or GeForce Experience can sometimes interfere with game rendering pipelines, causing performance issues or graphical artifacts. Temporarily disable all third-party overlays and test the game. If the artifacts disappear, re-enable overlays one by one to identify the conflicting application. 18. Reset AMD Adrenalin graphics settings. Occasionally, custom profiles or corrupted settings within the AMD Adrenalin software can conflict with game rendering. Access the Adrenalin software, navigate to the Gaming tab, and select Global Graphics. Click on the Reset button to revert all settings to their default values. This can often clear out any problematic configurations without a full driver reinstall. 19. Adjust Fidelity FX sharpening settings. AMD Fidelity FX sharpening, while enhancing detail, can sometimes exacerbate the appearance of existing graphical artifacts or introduce new visual noise if over-aggressively applied. Experiment with lowering the sharpening intensity or disabling it entirely within the game or AMD Adrenalin settings. Observe if this smooths out any harsh edges or reduces perceived pixelation. 20. Reinstall Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. As a last resort, if all other troubleshooting steps fail, consider a complete reinstallation of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This ensures a fresh copy of all game files, shaders, and configurations, eliminating any deeply embedded corruption that verification or repairs might miss. Be aware that this is a time-consuming process, given the game's size. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more.